day. That's pretty much how they said it would go down, and it did indeed. They'll probably be getting that Lee Sin out of his hands for this game around, but doesn't matter. He's brought a few different things to the table on the stage.
Really good at predicting battles.
Oh, look at that.
Well, we got the first two. Well,
all right.
I'm going to say there's probably a Maokai and Alistair in there, a Zillion possibly.
Oh, now you're just cheating.
Well, no, I'm targeting him just before they come in. Aurelia, well, that kind of makes sense.
It's going to be Alistair ban from Alliance.
And this,
boom.
This is an interesting ban here, the Aurelia ban against Wicked. This is one we were expecting to see today because, as we obviously heard Crumbs mentioning earlier today, this has kind of been his champion throughout this tournament. Obviously throughout the last 2 years.
His entire life.
His entire life.
Even before League came out, he was like Aurelia.
When will he pick up another champion that he can play to the level of Aurelia?
Well, let's find out, because Alistair is gone, Aurelia is gone for him as well, and Ryze is being picked away. Another good reason to ban Aurelia, because Aurelia could easily set up ganks against Ryze here. So we're going to have to see Wicked maybe on a new champion. He did play Kale once, and he got 1 assist.
Well, if the Vi gets locked in here, we're going to have a very angry Kobe backstage because he's been dying for that pick to come through. Danagorn, of course, pulled it.
You should play it, man.
Back in. Oh, he played it in packs, didn't he?
Yeah.
Pulled it in packs. Nearly is something we really have not seen come through. We actually thought Alliance were going to have to ban it out the entire tournament.
Yeah.
But I don't recall. No, nobody's played it in Singapore.
It seems like teams have figured out there's a lot of counters to the Nidalee, a lot of champions who can actually do fine in a one-on-one against her and then just be way better in team fights than Nidalee actually is. But I want to see Vi as well from Danagorn because he's normally the main engage from KaBuM, and in the qualifier to Worlds, he played Vi as the only jungler in Brazil, and he was looking extremely good.
Dude, ganks before 6, getting him off right, making sure he hit those fully charged up Qs. His vault breaker's going in, but it will be the Elise this time. Ari does come out, one of the champions. It's kind of on our MVP list throughout that you can pick up on the store, so check that out. And we'll see if it can be for Tinones. He'd love the Deathfire Grasp going in on a Syndra, so why not try to pop a few more people? If Tabs picks up Kog'Maw, he can be the target.
Pretty much the same setup for KaBuM. Okay, you don't have the Syndra, you get the Ari instead. You have the 100% to 0 potential as well, the pick potential from KaBuM, which is actually a pretty good tactic, because if Alliance is taking it a bit too easy, starting to play a little bit cocky, suddenly KaBuM can punish him like they did against Cloud9 here. It was just a little bit too late. It's actually going to be the kill. We're not going to see anything new.
I'm just looking at the difference in players. There's Wicked, the big Dane, sat in his t-shirt on the stage, chilling. Meanwhile, Tabs is in about 4 different layers, I think, stacked up. Feeling the chill, maybe, of the air conditioning, who knows. But it's a differential. It's just different styles, different ways, to play. We'd obviously heard about it. Obviously, different players like to play different positions. Just got to get used to it. Whereas clearly the Brazilians are not too flustered by it. They're quite happy sitting there. So the KO picked for Wicked, not been massively successful for him. That's for sure. The last time he played it, was actually pretty terrible.
A lot of his positioning affected the use of trying to get the intervention down. He was so far away from the priority targets that he needed to save Tabs or Froggen if he needed it, and it was kind of just waltzing around doing his own thing. Well, flying around, if
or maybe just forgetting he's got that ultimate that can actually save your AD carry entirely.
It was a little bit slow on the ultis, but KaBuM, they get the Jinx once again for Minerva. His main champion. Maybe we're going to see Ghostblade first item like he normally builds. And again, KaBuM is basically looking to do the exact same thing they did against Alliance here. Against Cloud9, because Thresh has already been picked, so you have to fall back. Okay, Morgana. Somewhat the same setup, land the binding, and suddenly KaBuM can just go in for the kill.
That's it, land the charm, land the binding, land the cocoon, land anything. Basically burst someone down, blow them up.
You have a lot of CC right there.
But with the intervention in there, you would assume that would prevent that target being killed.
Yeah, but Alliance is pretty much responding the same way Cloud9 did. Okay, we're gonna pick Kale because we know we know you're gonna go for these picks here, and while Kale might not fit into the siege comp we had earlier from Cloud9, judging from the analyst desk reaction at least, it still did the job pretty much. You have to have the ulti ready for the pick potential from KaBuM. Now you have the Twitch, so I like Kale with Twitch. That is a perfect combination, because Twitch goes in, engage the fight, and then you have the Kale ulti when people try to kill him. So that's a great combination.
Ooh.
And with an assassin mid lane as well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that fizz coming out lately. It's been mostly the practice during the boot camps and the solo queue that a lot of these mid laners brought out. Froggen taking that once again, 4-1-4 in his last play. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that was against KaBuM as well. So they are well aware of what can happen on that one. Doesn't particularly fit the rest of this, but
Well,
if you were to compare it, I mean, basically it's 2 scary points of damage coming at you from Froggen and Tabs.
So
we just saw how that can work with obviously Deft on the Twitch as well, and the Kassadin.
Fizz fits in really well because you already have so much pick potential from Alliance. You can actually do what KaBuM hates. You can split up the teams, and you can just start going for these 1-on-1, 2v2 kills, small fights all around the map, and you can instant burst down targets with the Twitch, with the Fizz, and because you already have Kayle for the ulti, whoever goes in first and takes all the damage, Kayle ults him, and suddenly the assassins can stay alive. So it actually is a very pick-focused comp from Alliance, and I actually like it against KaBuM because they have shown they can get picked off a lot.
Well, this is Alliance's last game in the group as well as KaBuM, of course. This could take them to 4-2 if they were to take victory. Of course, KaBuM, if they could cause a big upset. But if they do go 4-2, that puts them joint at the top, well, second in the table, sorry. And then it's all on Cloud9. They will have to beat Najin Whiteshield to try and create a tie. Of course, now that the champions have been selected, who do you guys at home think is going to become victorious here? Tweet us hashtag KBM win or hashtag all win to @LOA Esports. And of course, we'll see which squad you guys have the most faith in. Have the Alliance fans woken up in Europe? It's around about 11 AM now, I feel. I think we're getting the morning going, so you'd hope a couple of them are woke up by now.
Hopefully. I mean,
it's a Sunday morning. You never know. You never know.
That's true.
What partying could have happened after yesterday's games?
And we will see KaBuM in their final as well. This is going to be a strong matchup. We say the laning phase is strong for them, but can they bring it out of the laning phase? We saw them take it to Cloud9 a few times in those mid lane fights when the team started to get together. A lot more coordination coming out of them from game to game. Lep, don't put yourself into trouble too early. Looks like they're going to trade tit for tat here in the top lane. And that's going to be a hurting unit for Lep.
Ooh, but Shook's walking blindly. Dance is going to come around. Binding. No, he's not going to throw it out. Danagon instead and draws him away.
Yeah, Danagon didn't actually want to hit him right here. They would prefer to land a binding from Dance and then actually try and force the summoner. But Alliance,
they're
setting up here around this blue buff.
They want that ward in place. They get it. And now they're all going to back away. That's, of course, going to get countered. We see Dan's going in. He places a ward over at the red buff. They're all still on top of a ward. And they're all seen.
Come on, KaBuM. Time to shine.
Can they pick one off at the end? Zap.
Oh, he's baiting it. He's baiting it.
I know he is. It stopped them recalling.
It did, actually. It was enough. Still have time. Now, it opens up for KaBuM. If Alliance is recalling in this bush here, they did actually spot them move away.
No, they've moved to the tri-bush. It's only Froggen that went back. 4 members around
there was wards from Alliance, so they actually saw them move into the jungle here. Just a few. There's still the ward from KaBuM spotting Alliance moving down to blue buff.
Tricky level 1 skills between these two. Buffs are spawning. Both junglers may well be late to this spawn. Yes, they will be. They're both going to be late to the start, so this is going to delay both teams.
Yeah, and KaBuM, they won this 2v2 lane against the Twitch because you saw Lep just ran all the way down to this bottom lane here. So he doesn't have to use the teleport, gives him a small advantage in the early game because he can now farm up until he can afford his tier, go back to base, buy some potions, buy the tier, and go back to the lane. Wicked won't have the same option now to use the teleport. He even used it on a minion, so longer cooldown.
And that's what Lep was matching up against before, so he knows this matchup quite well. That was the Rise versus Kayle, and he came out pretty well after the first few levels. Dan's trying to get into the face here, getting brush control, playing this Morgana after Lemon Nation was able to put a lot of bindings onto them, and his Morgana quite well coming out at the PAX games of the International Wildcard. 2-0 there, so he knows what he's doing as well.
Yeah, and Alliance with this Twitch pick won't be able to put the same pressure on KaBuM's bottom lane as we saw Sneaky do with the Lucian here, so very smart play by KaBuM, forcing the 2v2 lanes and the 1-on-1 down bottom lane, and hope Lep can do a good job farming on this Rise like he did last game.
Good job pinning tabs there. Chompers slaps on the
Dan
as well.
Good
play, good hook into tower range. The ignite goes down. It's not enough damage though. Dance is going to be safe.
Still, that is a wasted flash by Dance because he stayed. The minions died, Nif hit level 2 and instantly just flayed him in and hooked him. Dance, you need to be careful.
A little aggressive. They liked what they were doing too much, got themselves into trouble. They have to play safe now if we are going to get anything from Shook towards the top lane. Keeping himself safe in the jungle. as Danagorn looks to be getting some early wards out into the river.
Ooh,
He may
Wicked
have
won't spot
something
him.
in the bottom lane.
Wicked won't spot him. There was no wards from Alliance in this river here. Danagorn should be able to set it up.
Oh, that's a good setup as well. The Rune Prison will slow him down. Flash is available. He may need to use it. Oh, has to sidestep the Cocoon. The Repel will come on towards him. Left's going to get one more hit.
Got it.
First blood goes down. And Wicked, not playing Aurelia, gets caught out again.
And there was no ward from Froggen in the mid lane here. Once Danagorn actually moved down the river, Froggen decides to place it now. Nice setup, and once again, he goes in for the gank. He saves his Cocoon. He wants Wicked to flash first, fires it, forces him to juke down towards him, and then they can pick up the kill.
A little bit of momentum now put behind KaBuM. We'll see if they can use this in every lane as usual. Where will Danagorn go next? Pressure from Froggen here in the mid. 25 to 25. A charm, Orb of Deception on the out and the in. Putting down the damage. We'll see Froggen just using that flash to keep himself nice and safe in lane. Waiting for his item spikes to come out. He's no stranger to trying to go in very hard, even if he does not have those items. And we can see also catching him off guard a little bit. Nice job by Tinones.
Notice the way Froggen wants to trade here. He will only jump in with his E if he knows there's a minion behind him which he can Q back to. But because Tinones timed the charm so well, he actually caught him during the Q where Froggen was trying to go back to his own minions and got a lot of damage on him.
No flash available in the top lane for Dan's if he were to get caught out. Look at that, they checked the bush. Shook, given good communication by his team, stepped away and went in towards the blue buff area. Now moves back towards that top lane. We're not going to get to see it. Finally, it's going to come around. We will see the setup of it. That's good. Chompers going down. Shook's going to come around. Minerva going to get caught out. The void spike's not hitting him. And great disengage from KaBuM.
Yeah, but 2 flashes down this bottom lane now for KaBuM. Didn't have a ward in the river. We'll have to go back now and get it, which opens up for Taps to actually pick up some more farm. Decides himself when he wants to go back to base. He can even push out the lane and then recall.
Maybe a repeat gank to that top lane. Both flashes are down in that instance. Low mana on Lep and Wicked, even level 4 to 5 here, knows he can take advantage of that. Only taking a bit of trade damage back. Got that lane 36 to 25. Wicked definitely lost out on a bit of CS here, but he may be able to gain it back, as Lep is going to be forced to back if he does have teleport. Seems happy to stay, even off the turret. It'll be good for now.
And normally you want to go back pretty early and get your tier so you can start stacking it up as fast as possible. Wicked should have his teleport ready soon as well, so didn't get to use his TP advantage in his lane. Did, however, pick up at least an assist from the gang. And Danagorn, he's not done.
Oh, Nif's in trouble. He's going to get caught out. In goes Tinones, ultimate available and used to great success. That's the second kill going to KaBuM. Precious, tense times for Alliance fans.
This is great. Turnage and White Shield is very happy about this right now. KaBuM takes down Alliance, and they're a number 3 seed team that goes on to the quarterfinals. Uh-oh. That was very close. Great moves coming in from Danagorn. Definitely a lot less patience from him, which is working out. He's going to the ganks, and he's making things happen right away.
He's been able to find the right ganks as well. The one down on Wicked in the bottom lane where he was pushing up the wave on Kale like we know he wants to do early on. And just sneak behind him. Nif has no flash.
Oh, there goes the dart behind him. There's the Cocoon. In comes Minerva. Is he going to get him on the turret? Hasn't hit level 6. He hasn't got the ultimate. Now Downs gets flayed in, but he hasn't done the damage. They're going to try and turn up towards him. Tabs is going to put the damage down. One more hit. Tabs turns it around and gets the kill for Alliance.
And just as we praised Danagorn, he goes top lane and a very, very risky dive here. End up actually giving a kill over to Taps. But still, KaBuM, they want to play, man. They want to force stuff.
But a gold lead here for KaBuM as they start off the game. Yeah, Tinones backing already. Man, he loves just straight up power to get in this lane. Already the needlessly large rod. Doesn't care about his own life. He wants the damage for the team to come in here, but he's been getting the kills so far, so it is going to pay off. Pink wards and vision wards coming out from him as he's able to set things up, and he'll probably be replacing this one as Froggen exits stage right.
And there it is.
Instantly replaced. Didn't suspect a thing.
Not at all.
I'm not even sure if Froggen actually saw Tinones coming back from base, so he didn't actually see him buy the pink ward.
Right.
So right now, Alliance won't actually expect it to be a pink ward unless Froggen, of course, is going to run straight up there and clear it. And then maybe he did actually see it. No. Oh, see? No.
Yes. There's the part in there where I said didn't suspect a thing, kind of gave it away, but there we go. Danagorn, he's going to get focused on. Flash is not available. Void spikes in. Shook wants the reset. Can he get out? Yes, he can. Hit and run.
trading 1 for 1. Nif took a big rocket to his face. Down his bottom lane, Lep, he wants to keep trading with Wicked.
History repeats itself for Lep. Once he gets a bit of those levels in his favor, he pushes that Cal back, playing the Ryze very well as it should be in the aggression here. Looks like he's keeping the wave up. Whoa! Lep goes in hard, tries to get the kill. The heal comes out from Wicked. Flash for flash on that one, and KaBuM is showing some outright aggression in the early game.
Yeah, and he's forcing Wicked away from the tower here, making him lose some more CS. Taps also on this top lane here, falling behind against Minerva, so every single lane is actually winning for KaBuM right here.
Which is scary stuff for Alliance, who have it in their hands to take this game. They are good in the late game, we know that though. But KaBuM, and that is their weakest point it seems, but we haven't seen them coming out with a big lead. And look at this. Wicked, no flash, teleport available, no intervention. This is problems. Tinones can wait. As soon as that minion wave comes around, I think he may try and fight. He's going to come around. The charm is there. Doesn't land it, but it doesn't matter. Let lands it too. And that will be another kill for KaBuM.
It is not over yet here. Froggen and Shook. One apiece for KaBuM.
The answer squad coming in here, Shook and Froggen trying to make things work. They have split the fight now. Oh, they want both. That dash through, it's going to be a few hits. The ignite, oh, Chum the Waters is going to eat that one up. Very nice. It looks like Shook able to pick up a kill on the other side. I guess we got a nerf over here.
Yeah, that was a pretty good nerf.
One of my favorites.
Let's see on. You want to find Shook?
No, he's gone. Whew. Did a miss.
He did actually go full AD as well. Early BF sword, so no Ghost Blade for Minerva. Could probably kill Shook. Let's see. Froggen, they simply just split up because they know Lep is pretty dead on his own, and sadly Tinones goes down as well. And everything is silent.
And we're back. 4-4 on the scoreboard right now, 10.5 minutes in here. A little bit of a response coming in from Alliance on these kills. They aren't liking being pushed back consistently. We see Shook and Froggen taking things into their own hands. We're going to have 3 members versus 2 here in the top lane. Tabs already uses rat-a-tat-tat. That's going to be the hook down as well. Is that the security that they wanted to continue to die the turret? Tabs is going to get up here. Do they want any more, though? The play just misses, and Wicked comes in a tad too late. But are they able to stick on this fight? No, they are not.
Nif looks completely lost in this game, but let's see what Froggen can do bot lane.
Gonna go on towards Lep. Has he got the damage? Lep's gonna try and turn it around, but he's only got that catalyst completed. No Rod of Ages just yet. While Froggen has the sheep. Brock it off. He should have enough. One more hit will do it. And Froggen gets a revenge kill. But the first tower of the game goes to KaBuM.
Yeah, up in his top lane here. There was actually a teleport from Wicked, but Nif weren't able to respond in time and keep them under the tower here. Actually was already used from Dance if I remember correctly, but still, Tabs went down, he got the binding to his face, got the cocoon after, and KaBuM right now, looking really good.
Is this the same Alliance that got the perfect game against Najim Whiteshield yesterday? I'm not too sure. You take away Aurelia, and again, put Wicked into a sticky position, 0-2-0, started to get flustered, and the rest of the lanes. This is Wicked. Wicked makes a lot of the calls in his team. And if he gets put on tilt, it could cause problems.
Wants to win.
Tinones, though, you can't forget Froggen. Not going to get the kill, though.
Oh, just a wave and a goodbye on that one. The drive-by not working. KaBuM could really answer off of this. The Spirit Rush is down. Ooh. Rocket coming out once again. We know Minerva will use that right when he has it. Froggen's going to get a good back here.
They're going to give up Dragon?
Absolutely. They're going to have to give up Dragon unless something just happens crazy in the favor of Alliance. Great movement by KaBuM.
Yeah, Wicked had the teleport top lane where he tried to save Taps and it was just too late. Taps already died, so he wasn't able to join here, and Froggen already dropped low, gone back to base. KaBuM with a very good strategical call right here. Also, wow, already just instant up there. KaBuM looking good.
Everything answered by KaBuM. They have themselves a 4,000 gold lead built up over Alliance. Can they cause the big upset we've been looking for in this group? Minerva will step away, doesn't fancy tangling with Froggen. Shook was nearby. Don't think he just messed up his jump. I saw him off the side. I don't think he went for it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Still safe. Won't need it for any time soon. So they're all right on that one. Well, like you said, that 3,000 gold lead closed up a little bit, but still something KaBuM has to work into the mid game. That's where they flaw. We've seen early game happen for them a lot. Got to keep strong.
And Tinones actually decided to go for the Hourglass here because he's against the Fizz, against the Twitch as well.
Yeah.
He wants to try and assassinate him. So one of the defensive items first, so will cost him a little bit damage-wise. But if it's going to save his life and mean the rest of the team can join in, it's well worth it.
Pressure very much on and showing. It was Shook's actual failed jump. We did catch an eye on the side there. I thought I saw that. Just get confirmation. But this is the third outer turret is about to go down right now. This is a 3 for 0 unanswered. Wicked caught out once again. Blowing everything on him. And another turret goes to KaBuM.
Where's the pressure from the Alliance? Like you said, where we saw it yesterday. Getting hit up. He does throw Jump the Waters. That's going to be a nice spell immune coming off from the Black Shield. That's not in a good situation here. Wicked, they are using everything to get into this one as well. They are able to take him down, but like we said, they're been trading turrets all over. They're only getting kills back.
Yeah, Tino's moving to this top lane here. Alliance, because the sent taps top lane, lost the bottom lane. Will get a kill for it. Froggen wasn't actually able to get anything. There's a nice Chumbus. Good Black Shield as well from Dance. But still, you can just see Alliance here falling behind against KaBuM, who's been solid in the early game and pretty much all the games they've played, but they've just never really managed to get the lead. They never really managed to get the dragons because they didn't know exactly when to do it. The timing on the dragon before here was perfect. No teleport top lane for Wicked, already forced Froggen back. That was just a good setup.
That's a good point. We do usually see them play solid in the early game, and it's the first time they come out with a lead. Usually they're playing solid from behind, so this may be the kick they need to really turn it around. 15 minutes on, more not roaming, but ward placement deep in the jungle here as Tino's makes sure he's getting himself the safety and clearing out a lot of the wards. They have pinks all over, so they're doing a great job of keeping that stacked up.
4,000 gold lead held by KaBuM here. Unanswered in turret so far by Alliance. And the thing is, their team comp doesn't even stack up to shoving down the turrets quickly. They can't pressure, they can't siege on KaBuM. They can wave clear for days right now with the Jinx and with the Ahri and Ryze in there. So they really need to try and play that pick game. But KaBuM, they're honing their inner LMQ right now, gathering in the mid.
Well, they are stronger 5 versus 5. As long as Taps can flank around and get the jump with them like we saw Def do in the last game, then they should be fine here and just kill the first target who comes in or bait out the ulti from Wicked, and then you can start going for the kills here, because Alliance, as you just said, don't have a lot of wave clear here. It's all about picking off targets.
Well, once they can get Minerva going, they can definitely start speeding around the map here. He likes to put himself out front, as he does here to get a zap, make sure they see everything on the back line. No secrets to come flying through here. No Shook to be kind of getting himself into a sticky situation where it would cause KaBuM trouble. They stay safe, they keep wards going down all the time. It's really paying off.
Yeah, they want these deep wards in the lane, so when they actually go back to their own base, they can suddenly start spotting out if Taps is gonna pop his stealth around his own tower, sneaking up on someone farming in the mid lane. So you need these deep lane wards, and of course you need wards from the flank.
That tower's going.
They got it. Again, look at the wards. Oh, all around them.
That's the lockdown onto Nif. Can they get any more out of this? The turret already went down. It does not look like Alliance wants to keep the fight going here, and they are really. Wait a minute. Froggen's about to go in. Minerva's a little too far forward. Shook's about to get hit up. They take down Shook. They're looking at Tabs now. Froggen to come back around without Jump the Waters. A very nice repel. He goes down from the dot damage. Froggen's able to answer, and a 2 for 3 as they're still backing up. A nice skill shot binding coming in from Dan's, and that's going to stop Tabs as well. He's not going to be the only one to keep going.
So KaBuM managed to get the tower here, get the first pick onto Nif, but Ahri had to use the ulti for it, and suddenly Alliance could re-engage, even though Wicked was actually running from the top lane, so he wasn't there to save Shook. Let's just see it again. They have the one pick, but there's no ulti on Ahri now, and Minerva gets hit by the fish. Can't happen for him. And suddenly Alliance can open up. Taps left untouched in the start. Wicked joins in a bit late. Was no ulti for Shook, and then just start plating up. And Froggen, again, he doesn't want to lose, because his business is starting to look pretty scary. 4 kills already.
I hate to put a guy on the position once again, but where was Wicked with that intervention? Was not anywhere near that fight.
Well, that could have been any champion though, because he was in the top lane and then he had to run down as the engage actually started.
Okay, so what you're saying is communication was lacking with Froggen not telling them they're engaging. So there's problems nonetheless in Alliance right now, because they are 4,000 gold behind. They are caught out of position, and Lep is really yet to get charged up, and they're already causing major problems with this Ryze and Ahri combo. And again, KaBuM in position, dragging up, 20 seconds, Alliance nowhere near. This is going to become a 6,000 gold differential.
Yeah, and as soon as KaBuM actually has a gold lead, everyone spams wards here. Look how many wards they've put up around this dragon. to make sure if Alliance want to come and try and fight. I mean, land a binding, land a charm, and suddenly KaBuM gets the first pick and they can win the fight here. We have to see if Wicked can be ready with his ulti in case Alliance wants to fight. They seem like...
Whoa!
Moving in. Whoa, Froggen.
Seem like they want to fight indeed. Frog gets it up here. It could be Nif next, actually. They're looking for more kills on this one. Tino's over the wall. Zap just misses. Nif could be the next one to go down in this fight. If Plep gets over the wall, and KaBuM goes to Dynamite.
What the hell was that, Froggen?
That was the worst engage I've ever seen. Wicked was still at the blue buff. I don't know if Froggen was expecting Wicked to be there with him, with the ulti. He doesn't have an hourglass yet. You can't just jump in on Fist. KaBuM is controlling this game.
And they're going to take another tower here, I feel. There's nothing that Alliance could surely do. Wicked has to step away. 5 members of KaBuM come around. The minion wave will follow through. And this could well be the 5th tower unanswered in this game by KaBuM. Alliance, they have to step away or they're going to get caught.
Such control right now. Could be another engage. Shook trying to get back into this fight with the rest of the team. They do take down Danagorn, and they are going to be chasing on, but might be a disengage left with a great flash over the wall, and now they're only looking to grab Dan's just a little bit more. Will be some Shook's Monobar, but Froggy gets in range to slow it. The rest of the team gets out, but they did just grab another turret.
Yeah, KaBuM, they have the right calls, they have the right ideas. They're setting up for this dragon with all the wards here to spot Alliance coming in. But then in these straight-up team fights, there are just some very big individual mistakes. Notice again here how Minerva on this Jinx is in the front line being caught out of position. And I was talking with some of the KaBuM fans on Twitter, and they actually said one of the reasons Minerva was kicked from Pain Gaming when he was the support was because his positioning was often bad. He got caught out of position. And whenever Dan is not there with the Black Shield, twice down. First the fish in mid lane onto Minerva, and now down here the hook from Nif. He needs to be so careful because they have the lead.
Well, you got to remember his ability to change that because he then went on to beat those teams.
Oh yeah.
With the mechanics that he then revised.
That is a fantastic story about KaBuM, how Minerva, after Pain Gaming released him to pick up a Korean support actually, he then joined KaBuM, switched over to AD carry, Dance went over to being support and the shot call at the same time. And suddenly Minerva in the qualifier was just looking so good. He was destroying everyone. He destroyed Pain Gaming's and Keatstar's dual lane as well, where there was actually his old AD carry partner, BRTT from Keatstar's, and he beat him. That was a good story. At least I like the story.
Well, currently KaBuM have the 5-1 tower lead because Alliance did sneak a tower in there while that was all happening, while this beautiful story was being laid out by the wonderful Dane here. Does mean KaBuM are setting up, and again, they're looking to pressure this top turret. Only Tabs is there because lack of vision from Alliance is going to catch them out, and that is a turret being taken.
Another turret being taken. It'll be 6-1 right now. Losing turrets means you lose that map pressure, a little bit of that vision on the map. Ulti absolutely used on the rat-a-tat-tat, but a nice binding to his face stops that from even being engaged on by the rest of the team. 5,000 gold lead still in favor of KaBuM, and they are pushing fantastically all around the map. Their wards still coming out, and they're pushing the pink wards even farther forward. Right now they have 4 out on the map, maybe a 5th that they're actually sitting on. So they're the only ones taking their pink wards away. That's because they're being placed farther towards Alliance.
So one thing to take a look at for Alliance is the fact that their carries have got the kills, have got the assists. It's all on the right people, the money, but I'm pretty sure when they were looking at this game, watching Cloud9 play earlier, they were not envisaging coming out 5,000 gold behind, 4 towers behind, reaching the 23-minute mark. KaBuM really has played well. Nif, he's one that has been caught out, but the rest of the team this time do claps in. Chop the water's thrown out, the Dance are going in.
Yeah, that was the black shield that he knew wouldn't be able to go on Dan's after he threw it onto Tino's. They turn this one around and say, yeah, we'll take this fight and we'll take down Nif.
Alliance just keep engaging in when the rest of the team isn't even ready. I mean, Tabs He wasn't part of the fight. He tried to run in there. Sugar was barely part of it. Wicked just came in and popped the ult on Froggen. And there's no point in using Kale ult if the target is already so low, because he's going to, like, he's gone. He's out of the fight anyway.
They're going to try and push up mid as quick as possible. Alliance have to swing around and sweep and try and cause this one. The charm catches on Wicked.
No way.
Tino's goes in. He's got him. He takes him down. And that's going to cause real problems. The inhibitor turret is being bashed off. Froggen moves in. Can he slide across? Tino, Sonya's hourglass catches him out. The rat-a-tat attack comes around the side, but Froggen turned around. He goes down. KaBuM are destroying Alliance.
I cannot believe this right now. They are pushing into the base at 23 minutes. They are totally shutting down Alliance, the super team from the European LCS. And as you said, Deficio, the team that went undefeated against Naja and White Shield yesterday.
This is just insane. Alliance, they keep fighting. They're completely split up all the time. There was no hourglass for Froggen yet. He keeps jumping in. I have no idea what they're doing, but if they don't stop right now, this game is over, because KaBuM is controlling it. They're getting all the picks they want. They've been setting up for the objectives, and they're looking extremely strong.
The safety net is gone. The inhibitor is down. And if Alliance lose another risky fight like that and pile in completely uncoordinated, they will lose their Nexus turrets and open up a gigantic chasm for Cloud9 to creak in the back door and maybe, just maybe, take that position. Of course, also if Alliance lose, it does give Najim Whiteshield a gigantic safety net for
Number
qualification.
3 seed. Crazy, absolutely amazing coming into the world stage, and KaBuM definitely putting up a beautiful final show.
This is such a problem for Alliance. They can't even get him kills on him right here. I mean, he's been building towards the bucket instead, and the kills would do wonders against Ari, against the Morgana. No, this is Baron for KaBuM.
Wow.
This is all about KaBuM now.
Big
Once they go in for the next team fight, Minerva cannot be caught out of position, and then KaBuM will win the game.
Anything can happen in group stage. We said it at the start of the day. We saw it yesterday. We've seen it throughout Singapore. There's been so many back and forth matches, upsets left and right, and KaBuM would top the lot here if they were to topple the #1 European seed, taken down by a Brazilian wildcard team. It really is showing why these wildcard teams should be here represented, because they can take it to the top LCS teams.
Yeah, KaBuM just really showing once they get out of the laning phase and they have the goal lead, they know exactly what to do and how to finish the game. And we're only 26 minutes in.
They have so much flow right now. The mistakes only being made because Minerva's a little too close, but he's already fixed that. Caught twice, don't see it happening anymore. Even if he is, Mikhail finished up on Dancy or the safety to come in a little bit if they don't get too aggressive on these fights, but they have been perfectly taking as much as they can and not getting into too dangerous of a position.
Yeah, Alliance, they don't have the key items yet. They shouldn't be able to win a fight here. Again, Froggen, he doesn't have Hourglass yet. He goes in, he's supposed to go out again instantly, or he's going to die.
So such a risky move right now. They're going to go for Danagorn. They're pulling the trigger. Tabs has used rat-a-tat-tat. He's going to drop down. I'm not sure they've got enough. Froggen carefully goes in. Earth gets caught out. Minerva, Tinones pulls the trigger. Is he going to get taken down? He gets out alive. And everybody is safe.
And that was a lot of ultis born by Alliance. Yeah, KaBuM, they stay alive. Come back away now. Go back to base. Heal back up here and be ready for the next one. As soon as KaBuM moved away from this top side and only Danagorn was left, Alliance engaged onto him. Stay together, guys. Stay together.
Still 2 minutes on that Baron to be worked for them. That means it'll be up in quite some time, so Alliance is still going to have to stave off that pressure, the sustain that KaBuM will be getting out of that strength and the stats of Froggen finally finishing up his Zanyas. A bit more playmaking to come from him now. We've seen him go very headstrong into these fights. It causes a few problems sometimes.
Clearly, a lot of pressure on Alliance now. I don't think they were expected to be so far behind coming out of lanes, let alone have their inhibitor taken down by a Brazilian team called KaBuM, who have just pressured them with the Baron. Dragon, not even thought of by Alliance. They can't get close. There is no ward coverage. It's not up just yet. That's a lie. It is up. It's down the side.
Oh, this is risky by Alliance.
Very risky. They're not going to go for it.
No, they can't. Go back to your base. I mean, look at the minions pushing in already.
Waves right now. They definitely need to start controlling that a bit.
And KaBuM has just outplayed Alliance in this game here. They had the standard lanes, they forced them themselves to send their dual lane top. Once they saw Alliance be top lane with Tabs and Nif, and just been winning every single lane. Dana going with the ganks as well.
Still 1 minute on the Baron. Inhibitor. It's exposed. It's being taken. I don't think they're going to risk it. I think they're going to let KaBuM have it. No. Just a little peek around the side. Tabs trying to flank around, as we saw Def doing so well in the previous matchup, but he's not able to get close. And KaBuM take down another inhibitor turret. They have an 11,000 gold lead before the 30-minute mark. That is huge over Alliance.
7-1 in turrets right now. That means the only turrets that stand are inside the base of Alliance here on their side of the map. The wards are going down a little bit, but it's not going to be helping. They can already see KaBuM and a huge static shift shot, well, the static shift damage along with a nice crit from Minerva.
And because Alliance is running this pick comp here and barely has any wave clear, KaBuM can always get damage on the tower here. As soon as Froggen tried to clear the wave, he took a lot of damage in return. As long as they don't make a mistake here, they are going to win the game.
Oh, that's the idea. That's the story. They back out a little bit.
Oh,
we did hear the Ghost Blade go off. That's the intervention down onto Tab, so that ultimate is down. They can get the rat if they need to.
Yeah, and this is Tabs blowing his ulti and his Ghost Blade here. Both are gone if KaBuM stays around here and looking for the next fight.
So much pressure on Alliance right now. Can they deliver? This would take them to 3-3 in the group if they were to lose, and then basically it is out of their hands. They've got to be looking towards either Najin White Shield beating Cloud9 so they can be in a draw for that situation, or if they lose, then well, that would be Alliance going out of the tournament. It is all going to happen. Froggen's going in. He's going to jump on. Lep's going to be the focus target. Can they lock towards him? This is Droplets. Alliance are in trouble. They're going to get away on that. They managed to get one down, but it's answered quickly by Minerva. He gets excited. He chases on Tabs. Oh, the death sentence from Nif is incredible. It keeps him alive, and maybe, just maybe, we'll keep Alliance's hopes alive.
Very explosive from KaBuM here. They're showing us how short the fuse really is, but Alliance able to snuff that one out. They have 2 kills to 1 right now, and they're going to try to continue chasing this down. He dashes in, but Froggen can't do much. Nice dodge on the binding. That's pretty much what can keep everybody out of the fight right now. A cocoon is really all they have. Lep's going to have to get real close for that rune prison. Now, well, they have a turret still. They have a turret that Alliance has to fight under. They're walking through it. They are going to be able to keep going. Oh! The base is getting torn apart, though. They may lose another inhibitor for chasing so far down the lane. Shook's going to get back. He's finally up from being dead. And what a fight in the top lane that Alliance trying to stop KaBuM from taking the game.
Oh, this is not over yet. Let's see it again. So Froggen, he actually engaged onto Dan. This is not the target he wants. There's Black Shield, there's a locket from Danagorn as well. But the whole fight breaks up. Tabs is left untouched for now. They catch Tinons. Very nice catch by Alliance. He's going down. We'll just do a little bit of damage in the very end. And now it's all about Nif landing the hook onto Minerva. Otherwise, he would be able to just keep chasing Tabs here. Got the crit as well. Nice hook. He goes down. Suddenly Alliance can chase.
Dan's used that Mikhail's to heal. That was Danagorn on the way out. It would have been perfect for that hook from Nif to get him out of that sentence.
Whoa, wicked got out. Big burst on him. 20 seconds till Baron. This is problematic once again for Alliance. I'm not sure they can risk another Baron going to KaBuM because they've already been pressured. They've lost 2 Nexus inhibitor turrets. 1 inhibitor is down. Will be respawning shortly, but that has still got a long timer on it. And Alliance, they know it. They know they have to fight for this one. But the 10,000 gold, that is a gigantic amount of items across the team. And they've got to be careful nobody walks blindly into a dark binding.
Slow plays, but good ward still coming out of KaBuM. They know this is the tense moment. Turning it on when they need and slowing it down when they really need to put Alliance in a sticky situation. Back to Baron, one of the stickiest.
Very nice timing. Tabs used the scrying over the Baron here, and they were just waiting around, didn't actually start it as soon as it ran out. Start the Baron here. You're a very low road. Go, Tab popped his ult.
Rat-a-tat-tat used, he stood on top of Jumpers. He's going to have to have the intervention just in time. Dan's taken so low. They can chase on this one. Lep comes off the side. Everybody disengages. Risky stuff for everyone involved.
Yeah, that was a very late ulti from Wicked as well. Just use it instantly as you see the rocket, as you see the burst coming in towards Tabs. Then you pop the ult here. Everyone's staying alive. Still, a lot of wards around this Baron for both teams. Alliance actually managed to get in, place a lot of wards of their own, so they should be fairly safe now and be able to still move in if KaBuM is starting it. Oh, this game is not over yet.
Not at all. A breather definitely needed to be taken for a second. Take stock of everything around the board. The core items really set up for every player. It comes down to pretty much how you play your champion at this point. Quite early in the game, a 10,000 gold lead. It's about 9 right now for KaBuM. Largest they've had here in the tournament.
Minerva's got to be so careful. He's absolutely going to be eyes on target for Froggen and Tabs. If they can get him down, they can start something rolling. Tinones was almost caught out in the last one. Hit that Sonya's out.
Right.
Just in time.
Oh, Tabs stealthing up
This
here.
is tricky. They're going to go for Tinones. They see Minerva.
Oh,
he wants
risky.
to go for it. This is very risky. Sidesteps the charm. Doesn't pull the trigger on the ultimate either.
Yeah, he had no flash here, so he couldn't really move in. There's no Mikhails either to save him in case a charm would have landed. So wise enough, he backs away. Alliance, though, want to take control of this Baron River. Clear some of the wards. They have a lot of pings down and a lot of pings in their back as well.
The waves are in their advantage right now. That
Tab going in again.
Always going to go around the side. This time he will catch them. Tinones jumps away from it. Lep catches out. The ultimate already used. That's a misplay. And that is Froggen going down. Tab's now at the side there. The Wicked Alliance are completely split. Wicked is helpless in this chase. KaBuM are chasing.
Miscommunication from Alliance again. Froggen goes in. He pops his hourglass at the same time as the ult from Wicked comes in.
Still moving in. Looks like they're trying to get back on this one. They don't have the waves in their favor, but they are going to pursue on into the base. Wards here you can see coming out of Alliance to make sure they know exactly what's going on. 29 seconds on Froggen to even get up back into the fight. The inhibitor will go down to give that added pressure that KaBuM needs. Teleport coming in from Lep as well. They're staying for the long haul.
The top turret is already down, remember. This could be the second inhibitor going down. Alliance have got no answer. It's still 13 seconds on the death timer for Froggen, and KaBuM absolutely leave Alliance's base in tatters.
They definitely have to be careful with that Baron up. They are to back now. Froggen in 3 seconds. This could be big for Alliance to take positioning.
Alliance have only killed 1 tower in this game here. They've lost every single lane. They've been losing the fights, except for the few times where they managed to catch out someone like Minerva.
They're rushing to
Just too
Baron.
late. They're rushing Baron here. Oh.
Well, they go for it. They're going to go around the side, but KaBuM are chasing. They've got to take this down so quick. Tabs is there. Minerva's just off at the side, as is Lep. Lep can do a hell of a lot of damage if he can catch them all in the pit. There we go. They check them out. Final goes in. Leps comes around. There's the rocket. Alliance are in trouble. They get the Baron, but can they get out? Shook's gone out. Leaps away. Lep chases on towards him. Gets away with it. And Alliance are away. They have to get to the fountain. They have to regen because KaBuM are coming.
Well, this means for Alliance, as long as they get back to base and heal up now, with the Baron buff, it might force KaBuM to just sit back and wait for another 3 minutes, so inhibitors will respawn. And Alliance buying some time here for 4 minutes.
Well, the old team that Alliance was definitely knows how to buy time. Setting up brick walls at every edge of the base was one of the best things that Froggen and the EU team could do when they played the long matches. And right now it looks like they're trying to go brick and mortar on this one. KaBuM's going to pick up Dragon. They're going to get a bit more gold. This isn't really what's going to put them inside the base anymore, but they're clearing out things to stay safe here, clear their waves, and they'll be back in the face of Alliance.
Those super minion waves being pushed in against Alliance will feed them the experience they need to try and catch and close this gap. It's still a 10,000 gold differential with that gigantic wave being swept out, and you can see KaBuM. They are having control of this map. They are pushed. They've got the wards all across. They are grouping up. They are pushing and looking for that final inhibitor turret, and they may well be able to get it.
Well, this is against the Baron up team here, so they have to be careful. Still, dances to Mikhails in case and if lands a hook, so it's going to be all about Froggen just engaging in.
Even if they get caught out, what are they going to lose? There's not a lot Alliance can do. They've only got 1 tower in the entire game. Even if they push straight down the mid, they're only going to get to the inner.
Take A little too much time to gain a lot of ground for Alliance. KaBuM is trying to put the final touches on this.
And it's going to be very, very hard for Tabs to find the engage. Again, it's going to be all about Froggen jumping in, pop the hourglass, and then Wicked has the ult. But look at the super minions in top lane.
One of the best ways for the minions to come in. They're going to get rocked by the one turret.
Oh, hit Froggen!
They got Froggen! He gets down on the intervention. Still has the Zanyas up. Communication on that one was right by Alliance, but the turret taken down below half. This has been the story. KaBuM has not been pushed off the turrets until they grab it. And the Nexus turret almost about to go down. Alliance has too much on their plate to consider. That's the fight. The control onto left. They are able to take him down. Danagorn very low. Shook. Gonna get hit up to the middle of the fight. They're gonna win. They're gonna win. Is almost about to go down. That's Alliance down. KaBuM. They flip the fuse. And they are gonna take the game here. It's just a bit more. Frost's charmed up. And it's the kiss of death for him. A triple kill coming in for Tinos. And I can't believe it, D-Man. KaBuM takes the game over Alliance.
What the hell just happened? The team that absolutely got the perfect game over Naji Whiteshield just got decimated by KaBuM Esports from Brazil, representing the wildcard tournament. And that, ladies and gentlemen, blows this group wide open once again.
I don't even know what to say.
Speechless. Those are the words.
They won every single lane against Alliance here. And then just destroyed them, picked them off.
That
Is this the biggest upset?
It has to be. I mean, that's, I think, the first victory for an international wildcard team.
what amazing.
Certainly in this tournament. I'm trying to think of last. No, tell a lie. They got one last year. It was.
Mineski.
No!
Gaming Gear against TSM.
EU beat TSM, but
That was a team
not sure
pick
you
from
can
Red
take
Claw.
that.
This is bigger. This is way bigger.
this is way, way bigger than LEP. What a performance. What a game. Tinones, 8-8 in the mid lane.
Absolutely amazing throughout. Impressing me the most is actually how definitive in closing out the game once they got out of the laning phase with the lead was for KaBuM. That was